Hello my lovelies, in this video I'm going to be teaching you how to make a tiered serving tray. There's nothing I love more than cooking and entertaining for others. My love language is literally that. I love having people that I'm close to over and cooking them like a feast, and I especially love having a beautiful table that is just so gorgeous to look at and photograph and also to eat off of. Because obviously we eat with our eyes before we eat with our mouths. When your table looks gorgeous, people are hungry and they're obsessed with it and they're in love and just happy and living in the moment, and beautiful memories are made from that. Something my dining table and appetizer table has been missing is a tiered serving dish. Recently I had wanted to go to this place in New York. They were booked out and it's also kind of pricey. So I was determined to do this. I said I can make this at home. I know I can. The other thing is that I could not find a recent video. A lot of the videos are from like 5, 10, 12, 15 years ago here on YouTube. Even on TikTok, I could not find a video that showed you like a step-by-step guide on how to do this. It was just more like people telling you what to do and not really showing you what to do. So I figured the internet could use a more updated version on this. And also we're gonna try this together because I've never done this. So without further ado, let's jump right back into that and show you how to make this. Let me go ahead and show you what we're going to be using for this video to make this serving tray. First things first, you will need some handles. This is what's going to hold all of your dishes together. You can use this for 1 plate, 2 plates, or up to 3 plates. I really like this set because it comes in 3 different colors. It has black, gold, and silver. I also love that the handles are different for each set. The other thing you're going to need is the drill bits. These are a diamond set. I will link it down below. I got this on Amazon. It's just a circular drill, and that's what helps you cut into a glass or tile or porcelain. And of course, the next thing you're going to need is your china set that you will be using. Additionally, you will need a measuring tape to measure the circle that you will be placing in the middle of your plate. You'll also need a permanent marker to mark that circle, a cutting board to cut your circle on top of so you don't ruin your counter or sink. You'll also need some masking tape. This will just make sure that the ceramic or porcelain doesn't go flying everywhere and just holds the plate together while you're drilling it. And of course, some water to cool down your drill as you are drilling. Alright, so the first thing you want to do is see how big your handle is. You can see this screw is a bit wider. You want to find the drill that's big enough so that when you make the hole in your plate, it will actually fit where it needs to go. If it's too tiny, then you're gonna need to drill again. And I think if you drill way too many times, it's gonna like shatter your plate, or it might cause errors that you're not wanting. All right, so the first thing that we're going to do is figure out where the center of our plate is at. We're gonna do this for every single plate that we'll be using for this tiered tray. What you'll do is pull out your measuring tape. You can also use a masking tape and make an X, and that'll help you figure out where the center of the plate is. We're gonna do this for each and every single one. You can measure this out. Try to get it as close to the middle as you can, and remember that the hole is gonna be a little bit bigger than your marking. If it's a little off center, that is fine. Just try to make sure it's not too off center because it will definitely lean to one side and your plate will not be as stable. Next, we'll add a piece of tape to the center of our plate. This is going to make sure that the drill doesn't break the plate more than it needs to and holds everything in place. Now, put on your safety goggles and we're going to start drilling. I'm starting out with the triangle shaped drill bit, and then I'm going to go in at a 45-degree angle and then slowly straighten it out. And don't forget to stop every 30 seconds to 1 minute just to cool off the drill bit so that it doesn't heat up way too much and break your plate. And you'll also want to apply a little bit of pressure here because this is going to create the first hole in our plate. Once that first hole has been made, you can go ahead and clear it out with some water. There is some residue left over from the porcelain or ceramics, so you just want to make sure you clear it out and get a really good view before you make a second hole, just to make sure that it fits where it needs to go. I'm going to switch over to the diamond drill bit and see if I can get this hole to be a little bit bigger. If you're having any difficulty with your drill bit sliding around while you're trying to do it with the second one, just apply a little bit of pressure into that first hole, and then you're going to realize that it sticks and it's going to get through. Alright friends, as you can see, the hole was made. Just checking on both sides to make sure that it didn't crack or anything. I'm going to clean this off a little bit and clean this and check the hole to see if it needs to be any bigger. Okay, so before I move on to the next plate, I'm going to just check to see if this will fit into this hole, because if not, we will need to make it bigger. Oh, it's a perfect fit, so I don't need to do much more, which is great. This one worked out for me. I was actually going to use this as a test plate because I do have a second one that's similar. One is a saucer and one is kind of like a biscuit dish. But since this one worked out, I'm going to leave this one alone and leave the teacup alone, and I'll just use those as part of the set with the serving dish. That way I have a couple pieces that go with this together. All right, now you're just going to go ahead and repeat that process on the next pieces that you want to add to your tiered serving tray. And the more you do, the more confident you become and the less stressful this project is for you. And again, I'm just gonna check to make sure that it goes through. Perfect. The last thing I'm going to do is wash these plates really well just to make sure that any pieces of porcelain or ceramic are off the plates. That way we're not harming anyone or ourselves, and that the plates are ready to be used once we assemble them with the handles. So our holes have been made and the plates thankfully did not break. I washed them. I did keep some of the stickers on. They're basically ready to be assembled. So all you need to do next is decide which handle you want. This comes in 3 parts. You can always do like 1 stand if you wish, 2 or 3. And it comes with the washers and the screw to keep it all together. And then you just go ahead and screw this together so that it has something to hold on to. I need to use a screwdriver to get this all the way in. And of course be careful as you're tightening because you could crack the plate. Then you want to put another washer on there, and then the plate, and then another washer. And then the handle or stick will screw right into that piece as well. You're going to put on your final 2 washers. And here you have it, friends. I'm so excited and in love with how this came out. It is honestly absolutely stunning and beautiful. Not gonna lie, I was definitely sweating putting holes into this and like thinking that it was gonna crack, because it does make like a cracking sound once it gets through the plate. And between the water, the drilling, and the porcelain residue, it kind of looks like it cracks on the backside. But in all honesty, it's kind of like an easy task. You just have to be a little bit patient. I love this Wedgwood set that I thrifted. I just think it's absolutely stunning and charming and timeless. Definitely want to make some more sets and designs. And you guys might know that I offer vintage and antique items on my website. So if you guys are interested in this, stay tuned because I'll definitely be making some of these for my website as well. But if you don't want to wait, I have linked everything down below for you so you guys can go ahead and try this at home. Again, just take your time, be patient. I also recommend getting plates that are not too thick and not too thin. Just like a nice little, like kind of like this. A nice little size, because it does take some time to drill through the plate, and if it's too thick I think it's going to take even more time and the drill gets hot and I think it might crack a little bit easier. And if it's too thin, I think again it'll crack too easily because you're putting so much pressure on it with the drill and your weight. Anyways, I think I'm going to end this video by showing you how I put it together with some lovely treats and sweets on it. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you make one of these, definitely like post a picture on Instagram or send me a photo by email. Everything's linked down below. I would love to see like how yours comes out and what designs you tend to use. I personally really want to make a blue and white transferware one, and also red and white transferware, and maybe just like plain solid colors. Set, by the way, comes with like so many handles in like different colors, so I have quite a few that I can use. And you, of course you can switch up your plate design if you want to, because they screw off really easily. And again, everything is linked down below if you're interested in making your own. I hope you're having a lovely holiday season, and I hope you have a beautiful 2025. Excited to bring you lots of more DIYs and antique and vintage fun your way in the new year. Thank you for watching, and I will see you all very soon.